Guys, team of the season has arrived, so get your coins at FIFAcoin.com. They're gonna have big sales, amazing things going on. You can also get FIFA mobile coins on here. Use Fangs for a 5% discount. I'll have a link in the description down below. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Fangs, and today, at this moment, when this video goes live, I'm not sure what the timing will be like, but I am giving birth to my very first child, and that is what is gonna hopefully be a very healthy baby boy named Rook. So you're probably wondering, what the heck, how are you releasing this video right now if you're in labor and you're about to give birth to a child? So I know YouTube is my career and it's everything that I love, and I don't ever want to go a period of time where I'm not making content for you guys. So the day that I'm making this video is actually January the 3rd. That is right, January the 3rd. Every Wednesday leading up to the time that my son is supposed to be born, I'm gonna be making videos so that while I'm away and while I'm, it takes a few days if you're having a baby, hopefully I'm having a healthy baby and it's happening the time it's supposed to, 37, 38 weeks, it's happening then. I'm not prematurely having the baby. I have no idea. I'm in January. I have no idea what's gonna be like. Right now I'm 21 weeks pregnant and I need to make it to 37, 38 to have like a healthy, hopefully healthy pregnancy. So hopefully everything is going all right. By this time you will know, because it'll have been too early and it will not be near the due date. You'll know, I'll know, but right now I don't. But leading up to that point, if it happens the way that I'm hoping it does and it's healthy, then you have the baby, you're in the hospital for 3 or 4 days, sometimes less, sometimes 2, depending on your recovery. And then I need like a week or so to just get my mind and my body back together so that I can like be with my baby and all that different stuff. So I'm pre-making videos. Every video that you will see leading from here till probably like 16 videos from now will be pre-made, but will be especially for you guys. And I need you guys to support me a lot in this moment, because although it might not be relevant content to what's happening now, I'm gonna try to keep it to where it doesn't matter. Like I'll be doing rainbow drafts, all different kinds of FUT drafts, all different kinds of silly videos. Although it's not relevant to what probably is going on with team of the season and stuff like that, I'm gonna try, if my labor goes well, I'm gonna try to do a labor team of the season pack opening, because I know team of the season will be out in May. But though it's not relevant to that, I need you guys to show up to these videos, hit the thumbs up button, support me, because this is my time where I'm gonna be away and I just wanna try to be there for me and my baby and then be back to you guys as soon as I possibly can with my baby, hopefully, and see how it goes. So right now I'm in labor, and the first video that we're going to be doing is going to be a Q&A, and I had a bunch of people ask me questions. This was of course on January 3rd. So we're gonna get started with those questions. Let's do that right now. Where's the first place you're going to go with your new baby? I'm imagining the first place I'm going to go with my new baby is home from the hospital. I know that's me being very facetious, but more than likely, whenever I have my kid, it's gonna be a while before I travel, at least with him. There could be a possibility that he stays with a nanny, or he stays with my friend Jenny, or his like grandmothers and grandpas, and maybe I have to go to Germany or I have to like travel for something. But as much as possible, I'm gonna try to be around him in the first year. I do want to try to travel with him, because at some point, whenever he's got all his shots and he's healthy enough to travel, for the first 2 years of their life, they can travel on planes for free, and I want him to be able to be worldly, although he's not gonna remember anything up to 2 years, obviously. I want him to be able to travel places and see places, so maybe I might try to bring him to England to meet the Sidemen. I'd say that's the first place I would go, like away from where I live, if it's traveling away that's not in the United States. That's probably what I would do. It'd be very hard because you'd have to stay up with a baby on the plane and it's a lot of work, but that's probably the first place I'd go. How many more kids do you expect to have after Rook? I've got to get past this first pregnancy, hopefully healthy. Hopefully I get Rook and he is a healthy little boy. I have to always like keep in mind that things can happen, but if I do have him and he's the first one, my first trimester of my pregnancy was terrible. I was sick all day, every day. I don't know if you guys remember, I looked unhappy in videos and it was really hard for me to do. So I don't know if I want to have another kid past having one child, because it's a lot to deal with. Your body changes, your hormone changes. It's just really crazy. Not to mention it's expensive to have a kid. Because I'm in a certain tax bracket, it costs me a lot of money, as where some people in the United States get to do it for free. I have to pay, you know, $5,000 to $7,000. And on top of that, all the stuff that comes later in life with them. And I want to be able to focus and give my kid everything that they could possibly want. There is a huge possibility when they're like 3 or 4, I'll probably have a second, but 2 is the most that I would ever want to have. I do not want 3. What's your favorite social media? Love you. My favorite social media, obviously YouTube is a big deal and it is like what my whole career is based off of. So I love YouTube, but there's a lot of things wrong with it. And there's a lot of things that I don't agree with that make it very frustrating to be a YouTuber when it comes down to the whole ad problems and the monetization and how they do everything and how they treat certain YouTubers compared to others. That really stinks. The one that I have the most fun on would probably be, I say Instagram. Like, I like Twitter, I love my Twitter followers, but Instagram is fun because you can take pictures and you can view pictures, and it's a different idea. Not to mention there's stories. I keep up with the stories a lot. It's really hard to keep up with things on Twitter because, I don't know, the timeline is stupid. They've changed some things where it's like, oh, what you've missed. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want to see that. And you tell it to go away and it comes back and it's like, oh wait, you're responding to a tweet and you don't realize that the person put it out 10 hours ago. That kind of stuff. And Instagram's made some changes too that really stink as well. But I have a lot of fun on Instagram, I'd say. What you'll do if your son came to you and told you, I'm married and my wife is pregnant. Well, if he's 18, then I would probably be like, congratulations, wish you would have talked to me about it, and maybe we knew that you were gonna get married because I'd like to have gone to your wedding, and also congratulations, I'm gonna be a grandma. That's really exciting. But if it was like he was young, he was 15, obviously I don't think he could have just gotten married if he was 15, but if he gets a girl pregnant, it's gonna be very difficult. I've always I heard about it. I watched like shows like 16 and Pregnant, and then myself, I had a lot of cousins that had kids way too early, and it ruined your life. Not gonna lie, some people are like, oh no, it's so fine. No, for most people, it ruins your life. It makes your life 10 times harder. You don't get to experience a lot of things that you would think you would. When you have a kid, your life is devoted to that kid unless you're just a really bad parent. And so you give up a lot of things in life to give in to your kid, which is fine, which is what I'm doing right now, or I'm about to do. But when you're 16 or 17, it's not cool. It's not at all. Like, you have so many more things to experience. You have school, you have different jobs that you'll probably be able to get. It just really, I think, screws things up, and I don't want that for my son. But if it happened, I'm gonna support him because it's my son and it'll be my grandchild. So of course I'll support them, but I wouldn't be like super excited by any means. What YouTuber do you reckon you could beat in a fist fight? I mean, honestly, if we're thinking of, there's quite a few YouTubers I feel like I could beat in a fist fight. Maybe, I feel like if I got in a fight with Tobias Gaming, this is a FIFA YouTuber, and you might know who he is. Let me know if you know who Tobias Gaming is. I feel like if I got in a fight with him, or maybe like Cal Freezy, because we're all like really skinny twig type people, I might have a chance. Some of the other ones, I feel like they'd have a little bit more strength on me, but Tobias, I said it so weird, Tobias is so skinny and so like frail to me that I feel like I can at least get like one big punch in and maybe knock him out, and that'd be good. So I'm gonna say Tobias Gaming. What did you study at Tech and why Tech? So I chose Tech for a reason that people probably shouldn't choose schools for. I could have gone to like the University of Texas, Oklahoma, TCU, a lot of the ones within the state or around my state, because I had a really good GPA and I had really good test scores on my SATs. But at the time, I was in love, and all I thought about was how am I gonna spend the rest of my life with Will, who is my actual husband now. So I got very lucky in the situation, and he went to Texas Tech, and I wanted to go to the same school as him. I didn't want to be separated. We were already separated. He was a senior whenever I graduated early, so we were separated like a year apart in school. So I wanted to be there with him, and Tech was very easy to get into, so it didn't really matter with that. And I was like 17 when I got in, and I got some scholarships, so it was nice. That was like the biggest reason I chose Tech, but I am so glad that I did choose Tech because it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. Like, I can't imagine, I've been to Austin, I've been to Norman, I've been to all the places I could have been. I can't imagine me going to school in those places compared to Lubbock. And when I was in school, I loved Lubbock. I loved the sorority I joined. I loved all the friends I made. I loved the school in general. I loved the school pride, the school spirit, everything, the football program. It was huge. I loved everything about Texas Tech, and I majored in something that, I mean, maybe I kind of use now. I did business, so I did accounting and management, and I was really into that at that time, and I thought that was going to be my career. But then whenever I got out of school, it was not what I was into. I was more into like IT, and then more now making videos and that kind of stuff. But I guess it does help me when it comes to like managing my money. So I got a degree in that, but I don't use it as often unless I'm managing my money. Would you ever travel to Mexico? I've actually been to Mexico once in my life, and it was whenever I mean, I've been around Mexico. I wouldn't mind going into Mexico. It's being in Texas, you'd think I'm close, but I'm not. I'm like a 12-hour drive away. But I went to Cancun whenever I was 13, and it was like in a resort. It was a completely different experience. It wasn't like really experiencing Mexico. I was just experiencing your resorts and your beaches, and it was awesome. It was one of the best vacations I can remember. Like the resort was insane. As being a 13-year-old, it had like a kids club, it had a parents club, it had a golf course. It was so cool, and I had such a good time. So if I could make my way back to like Cozumel, Cancun, maybe even like, I don't know, there's a tons of places in Mexico, I would. I just haven't really had the chance to. If you could swap lives with any celeb for one day, who would it be and why? I'm probably gonna go with my favorite celebrity. I would swap lives with Stephen Moyer, just so that I could be in the body of Stephen Moyer for one day and go onto Twitter. And from Twitter, for like the last 3 years, I've been trying to get this guy to follow me on Twitter, and he has responded to me. He'll respond to me on Twitter, but he won't hit the follow button back, which is already crazy enough. When I got a response from him, I was like, oh my god, my favorite actor, Stephen Moyer, who is from True Blood. If you don't know, Vampire Billy's also in a show that's out or has been out before. It's called The Gifted. And so I would make him go on Twitter and hit the follow button, and that's what I would be for the day. That'd be it, job done. Sex or chocolate? To be honest, I am not the biggest fan of chocolate. I like different kinds of sweets. I like Starburst, I like taffies, I like sour candies. Chocolate is not one of my favorite things, and sex is a great thing, so I'm probably gonna have to go with sex. Who do you think will win the next World Cup? Well, since most of my countries that I like to cheer for are out of it, I am German, Italian, and Native American. So I'm born in the United States, so American. Would love America to be in there. Would love one day to win the World Cup with America, me being alive. But they're not in it, so that's not gonna happen. Italy's not in it, so that's not gonna happen. That's about like 14% of my heritage. So my 80% heritage of where my dad is from, Germany, is who I think and who I want to win the World Cup. That's who I'm going for, and that's who I think is gonna win it. Will you introduce Rook to video games at a young age? If Rook is showing interest in video games, then I'll introduce them to him. Obviously, me and Will play video games all the time. So he's gonna be like 2 or 3 years old walking around, and he's gonna notice we're playing video games, and more than likely, he's gonna wanna do the same thing. So if he wants a console or he wants some kind of system, he's gonna be able to get it, because we're gamer parents. We're not gonna be those parents who are like, oh, video games are gonna fry your brain. No, if he wants it, we're gonna get it for him because they're fun. We know they're awesome, and we know that they can do great things. They're not that bad. I know there was some kind of like study came out that said that people are addicted to video games and it's like actual mental health disease, but it's an amazing mental health disease to have then, because video games are awesome. The weirdest thing you've seen at a friend's house? Awkwardly, one time, I think I was in like 7th grade, there was a birthday party. I'm not gonna say the friend's name because like, I don't know. You'll never know this friend, but anyway, we were at a birthday party. We spent the whole day at the pool, and then we came and we stayed inside their place. And I don't know if the person's mom was drunk or she was on something or what had happened, or maybe she just totally forgot that we had a birthday party that day, but she came out of her room. We were all kind of like in a like palleted area, and she walked to like the kitchen butt naked. I'm not gonna lie, but it was all girls, by the way, so it wasn't like it was little boys in the house and they saw that, but she just walked to the kitchen butt naked and then walked back in her room like nothing happened. And at that point, I hadn't seen that many people butt naked, so I was just like, oh my god, and that girl was so embarrassed. I'm sure she let her mom have it, but I don't know what, that was just the weirdest thing that ever happened at a friend's house for me. How did your parents react when they got to know that you were going to play FIFA and upload it for a living? Not sure if it's been asked before. At first, when I told my parents about it, they did not understand it at all. They were just like, how does that make sense? How does it work? But I've always had very supportive parents, so no matter what I do, what school I went to, what career I chose, what job I chose to do, anything like that, they were always very supportive of it. So when I explained that I've been getting into this gaming thing and I'm doing really well at it and I want to do it full-time as a job, they were just supportive. They were just like, okay, well, if you think you can do it as a job and if you're going to be able to make money off of it, then yes, go for it and, you know, live your dreams, do everything you want. Because I was young and it was something that was available at the time that could have worked, and it did work because I made it work, because I worked really hard at it. So they were very supportive of it, and that's how parents should be. Parents shouldn't try to force you to do the things that they want you to do. They should be accepting and happy of the things that you want to do. Will being a mother affect your YouTube career? I'm really hoping that it doesn't. I love my YouTube career. I love everything about it. I want to do it as long as I possibly can,
but I also want to always be there in every way, shape, or form for my child. So obviously my child's always gonna come first. That's a big deal for me, but I'm also gonna have to work, which moms have to work. It happens. I'm lucky that this is the job that I have to work and do, and then I can do it from my home, and I'll be like right here in the other room, or maybe he'll be sitting here with me type of thing. So I don't think that it'll affect my YouTube career. Right now it's affecting a little bit because I'm pregnant and I have to worry about him being there, so I can't do the crazy challenges that I like to do. I can't do the bungee jumping and all that kind of stuff. But whenever he's alive, and he is alive, but whenever he's out and he's actually a child, I can go back to doing the things that my body can accept that won't really hurt him. So that'll change things and different things, but I don't think it's gonna affect it too much. Who is Miniminter's dad? Well, obviously we've been through this. So, immaculate conception, this is how it goes. He doesn't have a dad. Like, it just happened. I was like 5 or 6 years old, and then boom, I had this like belly on me, and then, you know, I gave birth to the freaking YouTube Jesus, which is Miniminter. So there's no dad in that situation. I can't believe people are still believing this at this point. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. He just doesn't have a dad. I'm just his mom. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for the Q&A for today. I wanna say thank you to everybody who asked me those questions. If I wasn't able to get to some of the ones that were asked that day, I'm very, very sorry, but hopefully everything is going well for me. Put hashtag baby in the comments down below if you're excited about this birth and if you're excited about the next few weeks and what's gonna be coming, where we get to meet, hopefully, the wonderful, healthy, beautiful baby Rook. That is gonna be it for this video, and until next time, oh, you know what, help me out? Let's get this video right here, because it's the birth. Let's get this video right here to 5,000 likes. That's a huge, huge jump and ask, but it is the birth of my son. I know you guys can do it. 5,000 likes. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.